Thank you for joining me today. This is Effective Business Communication, a comparison between business culture and attitudes in the United States and Sweden by Olivia Brettschneider. The people and culture of Sweden are fairly different from those of the United States, highlighted in my report, Business and Culture in the United States and Sweden. To best sum up my conclusions regarding the two countries and their preferred methods of business, I have included a quote by Swedish writer Louise Fridtjofsen, which says, "A meeting is an opportunity for an American to meet someone that might give them something of value, and if not, there's simply not enough time to keep on engaging, and that promised callback will probably never happen." In Sweden, we tend to see and take business personal, where in the United States, companies, regardless of size, will never be tied to someone on such a personal level. Therefore, the business climate in Sweden tends to be a bit friendlier than on a market like this. While the differences and comparisons are much more extensive in the report, I have chosen to highlight 5 key areas that the United States and Sweden differ in, focusing on their relativity to the business community and how to behave in response to the differences. The 5 key areas are communication, how one values sustainability in the workplace, authority and chain of command, the age of their labor force, and relations in regards to physical contact and nonverbal cues when engaging with a Swedish business partner. While Swedish culture is centered around community values such as communication and relationships, they are a very focused culture, and in their business world, they tend to keep their speeches concise with a lot of emphasis and meaning, rather than long and drawn out with a lot of detail. The English language is saturated with available words, often a multitude all meaning the same thing. In fact, according to Webster's dictionary, it is estimated that the English vocabulary includes roughly 1 million words. In comparison, the Swedish language is designed for sentences to be short and compact, with only about 170,000 words in their entire vocabulary. When engaging in business negotiations, remember to be direct and as efficient as possible by avoiding unnecessary conversation. It's respectful to both the timeliness of the meeting and the individual you are conversing with. Swedish culture values timeliness, not only through efficient communication, but also in terms of engagement and schedules. If you have a business meeting with a Swedish representative, take Vince Lombardi's advice. If you are 5 minutes early, you are already 10 minutes late. Arrive early and prepared, and be punctual about your presentation. Sustainability. Sweden is one of the most economically friendly countries in the world. For instance, in 2007, Sweden was the first country to demand sustainability reports from state-owned enterprises. If you are looking to impress your Swedish business associates, show how your company values sustainability. Note the environmentally friendly Swedish business models from 2 of their top companies, IKEA and Electrolux. IKEA has created their Better Cotton initiative in order to make sure the cotton they use in manufacturing and production is responsibly sourced, while working with local farmers to increase farmer profitability. Electrolux is a world leader in both electrical equipment and sustainability, and has decreased their total carbon footprint by 27% since 2005. They continue to make environmentally friendly advancements in their manufacturing processes as well. Presenting similar facts, or even a sustainability report for your company, will stand out and help leave a positive impact on those you are engaging with. Authority and chain of command. The golden rule, treat others as you wish to be treated, is more than just a good rule to live your life by. In Sweden, businesses are set up in an egalitarian style, valuing equality and fairness. Bosses are viewed as more as coaches or guides. Do not be surprised if what would typically be considered a lower-level employment position in the United States is of great importance and influence when held by someone in Sweden. The key takeaway here is to treat everyone with the same level of respect and politeness, erring on the side of caution to avoid any unnecessary or unintentional offenses. Age of the labor force. Tying into the previous slide, Sweden's hierarchy in the business community is different than that in the United States. They tend to recruit younger employees for long-term economic reasons, in that it will prove more profitable to train a young worker due to the length of their future with the company. Meanwhile, in the United States, older, more experienced workers seem to demand more respect and are often found in higher positions of power. Regardless of who you engage with, young or old, remember that Sweden values authority very differently than the United States. Don't assume seniority over younger executives or business people, especially when doing business with this country. Relations and physical contact. Just as Swedish culture values efficient communication, they value efficient contact and engagement. Focus on being respectful by keeping physical contact to a minimum. An interesting piece of information regarding Swedish engagement is that your arms should be kept at one's sides and out of your pockets, because putting your hands in your pockets while talking to someone can be seen as arrogant. In fact, you are supposed to leave approximately 2 arms lengths when negotiating, and while this seems rather far in the United States, it's a rather acceptable distance in Sweden. Once again, err on the side of caution in regards to your engagements with the Swedish community. Too much of a good thing will turn into a bad thing, and in this case, less is more. Be appropriately courteous and overly respectful of the company you are in. After reviewing those 5 key differences, I have compiled a list of final takeaways, which begins with the most important thing to remember: respect. Nothing will cause a business engagement to go downhill faster than offending the company you are in. Remember to keep things minimal, whether that be your speech, your physical contact, and even your dress. Remember that Sweden values equality and sees flamboyant dress as a sign of conceitedness. Forget the American motto, dress to impress, and keep your attire low profile and modest. Thank you for your time and consideration. I hope this presentation enhanced your knowledge regarding international business relations, but more specifically about the cultural differences to note between the United States and Sweden. If you have any additional questions, comments, or concerns, my contact information is provided now on the screen. Thank you again.